All right, let's take a look at what's going on outside. Let's take a look at Albuquerque, where we have a few clouds trying to pop up over the Sandias. Once again, our best shot at getting some showers this afternoon will be across the eastern portion of the state and along the central mountain chain. As we take a look at what's going on out there right now, 84 degrees the current temperature, a south wind at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north into the 70s and 80s for the most part, although Las Vegas still at 68 degrees. Down to the south into the 70s and 80s across the southeast. Meanwhile, across the southwest, we're already warming into the 90s. 91 in Socorro, also for TRC and Alamogordo, 93 currently in Deming. We're still looking at some of that moisture across the eastern portion of the state. Although we are still looking at quite a bit of moisture, we will not see as many storms across the east as we've seen over the past couple of days, because we will eventually push this drier air into the eastern portion of the state, and that's going to completely shut off our chances at showers and storms. But once again today, we are starting to see that storm chance develop. We're getting a few of those showers going over the Santa Fe de Cristo Mountains, also getting a few over the Sacramentos, and we're still holding on to a few from last night's batch over Lee County, now starting to exit into Texas, and we'll continue to see this moisture push off into the east as high pressure starts to build in over the next couple of days. You can see that ridge of high pressure firmly locking out any shower activity for western New Mexico and Arizona, Southern California, and Nevada as well. So as we take a look at the setup over the next couple of days, we're already dry across central and western sections. The moisture across the east has allowed storms to continue going over the past few days, but as we approach the latter part of the week, we will start to see those storm chances diminish. We've had a few of those severe storms earlier in the week, but as we start to take the moisture scale down over the next couple of days, we start to see just some scattered storms and then spot storms across the east, and eventually we completely dry out for the end of the week. And as we dry out, we're also going to heat things up as well. Temperatures getting hotter and hotter as we approach the weekend. But this is actually good news. As this area of high pressure slides across the state, it's going to continue moving east, and as that happens, we'll start to pull up a little bit of moisture on the backside of that high, and we'll try to get the monsoon flow going by the time we reach next week. But we have to get through about a week or so of the hot and dry conditions first. So high fire danger over the next few days, southern Colorado included in that. Highs today into the mid-80s with mostly sunny skies, mid-80s through the end of the week, and then approaching 90 by the end of the weekend and early next week. Over the northwest, lots of sunshine, but it will be hot. Upper 80s to low 90s this afternoon, mid-90s for Thursday, and we continue to see the mid-90s through a good portion of the weekend into early next week. Over the southwest, breezy conditions for this afternoon, highs into the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. One of the first places to really start to crank up the heat. Silver City into the mid-90s by the weekend, and into early next week, we may see a few of those showers start to develop. Over the southeast, partly sunny skies, spot storm possible. We remove those storm chances through the end of the week and into the weekend as temperatures warm to the triple digits. 103 Friday, 101 on Saturday, and triple digit heat continues into early next week. Over the northeast, partly cloudy skies, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. We will see the upper 80s through the end of the week in Las Vegas, and then approaching 90 degrees for the weekend and early next week. Over the northern mountains, partly sunny skies, highs into the 70s and 80s. We'll be in the upper 80s on Thursday, and then near 90 degrees in Santa Fe through the end of the weekend and early next week. Over the east mountains, mostly sunny skies, upper 80s to low 90s. In the metro, we'll top out in the upper 90s this afternoon with lots of sunshine, and the heat continues to crank up. In fact, take a look at the weekend into the mid to upper 90s, and by early next week, we could possibly be reaching 100 degrees here in the metro. But the good news is, behind this heat, we will start to see a little bit of moisture start to work in, and monsoon season hopefully will start to kick off.
We'll have to wait for that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much.